Welcome to Dreams on a Platter with Business Besties. We have a great vision board scheme for you today. We're going to put our dreams on our platters today. So if you stay tuned, you will start to see as we build it, what was our direction, what was our goals, what was our focus for the year. And we're going to release this as we plan an event for you guys in the future. So transforming our dreams into reality by placing vegetables, fruits on our vision board, and we're going to have meanings for them. We're going to build our own vision boards personally, me and the young ladies, my two business besties, as you can tell. And so we're just going to give you an overview over everything we do at the end of it. Stay focused and stay tuned.
Yes. So I'm not gonna lie, this is my first time ever hearing of a charcuterie board. Now I have seen these before, but I didn't know it was called. She had to even help me pronounce it. Both of them did, because when I tried to tell Tiffany about it, I was like, she just came up with the idea to use some kind of board. You put the food on it. She was like, a charcuterie board. I was like, yeah, charcuterie board. And by the way, I am Leilani with Boss Women Network, and Jess with Jae Cuisines.
And I am Tiffany Michelle with Women and Wine Weekend.
Yes.
So if y'all see us lifting up these little red cups, don't worry about what's in our cup. But we will tell you what it's called. It's called Rich Bitch Juice.
Yes, I'll drink to that.
Rich Bitch Juice this year, so we can stay rich.
Amen.
And that's in health, wealth, and just mental, physically, spiritually, emotionally. We're doing that. We're just sipping on our Rich Bitch Juice. We got some success water over there as well.
Yes.
But first we want to get Rich Bitch Juice in us.
Amen.
It's going to help us to create this little segment for you guys today, I say.
And it's 3 ingredients, and you know what that means.
That means it's going up from here, guys. We're going to dive in now. So what we did was took some things, some fruits, some meats, some vegetables, all good for your body, nutritional values, of course. And we're just basically going to start building our vision board, and we're going to have a little girl talk with you today and just loosen up and, ride this little business bestie wave as much as we can.
Yes.
And make our dreams come true on this platter today. So, Tiffany, tell me a little bit about what you want to do to enrich your dreams.
How can we make this unique? Like, what does each theme mean?
Yes.
So, for you, that would be your meaning and representation of it. Me, if I take the the watermelon, for example. Watermelon is so sweet. I'm desiring a sweeter life for myself this year. My cheeses, the cheeses is rich, right? So that's me saying how rich I want to be. I think anything green on this platter is going to represent money. Yes, that's the concept. We want an overflow of increase this year, right?
Right.
And then I had like some meats, some specialty meats that I have for us: Canadian bacon, some salami, some ham. And these can be representations of what you want it to be. I would say Canadian bacon could be travel. Maybe somebody might want to go to Canada this year and get that kind of.
So basically, whatever we want it to mean.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
you can formulate. Okay. I wanted to get oranges and dragon fruit, but I didn't get to give you those today. But oranges, after an Asian meal, if you ever been to an Asian restaurant, they either give you a fortune cookie or a slice of oranges, right? And those oranges were for them was a sweeter life. So that's why they give you, or a fortune is, like it has a mystery or a little storyline in there, something that they're saying may happen or can become for you. So just taking the history of stuff and putting your own pizzazz and meaning to it. What did you what you wanted to represent for you this year, but also making you a nice snack for later as you watch you some TV, sip you some wine.
I'm gonna eat mine right now.
Me too. So mind my smacking on some of these good healthy vegetables and crackers and fruits and dipping sauces for your ranch. You know, you got a lot of great things for you.
Okay.
So what is your visual as far as for you for this year?
Well, my vision for this year, I know I talked about it on the last episode, but I'm going to say it again. My vision is to really just step it up. I have been a procrastinator a little bit, so I really would like to step my game up, be more consistent with everything that I have going on. I'm really inspired by the Business Besties because, like I said, when you have more than one in agreement, God steps in and make things happen. So I'm excited about the Business Besties podcast and making that a success, and doing some little podcasts with my children because they want to do like a children's podcast.
Oh, that's gonna be so fun.
Yeah, so that's what we're getting ready to start working on. You know, because I took them out of school last week and put them back in homeschool.
Okay, perfect.
So that we can, you know, that's going to be one of their electives is doing the podcast. So we're going to come here once a week and let them talk about books and animals and stuff like that, and kind of.
So in homeschool, you're teaching them?
I'm the teacher.
Ooh.
But I'm not gonna lie. If y'all have ever heard of Time for Learning, that is like one of the best homeschool programs because it really do all the work for you. They just ask me for a little help here and there, but for most part, they're doing it all by themselves.
Okay.
It actually, because they were in homeschool during COVID using that program, and my son was just in preschool, but taught him how to read. I didn't teach him how to read. He learned how to read from Time for Learning. Wow. So once I put him back in school. Was year before last? Year before last, and they didn't miss a beat. They were on honor roll. They have been on the honor roll ever since.
I always wondered how they go.
But some homeschools,
I had to teach my kids everything.
But I'm not gonna lie. If you keep them with the school district, it's a lot harder because you have to be on their schedule.
Yeah.
You got to be 8 o'clock. You got to be logged in with the teacher. You can't be missing assignments. With my program, whatever time they wake up, because my kids on a different type of schedule. They be up all night because you know they need.
Like you,
like that. So we be up all night, and then the next day, whenever they wake up, they just know to get on their homeschool program. There's no schedule. They don't have to wait on. There's no time constraints. So you do when you feel. So they do great with that.
And I think that will be good, like, because most kids, like, when I hated waking up, now I love it. The structure of it helped me to want to get up at a regular time moving forward, but that was always a problem for me. My mama would just she would get upset because she'd be like, you gonna make me late for work, and then it'll be all of the she'll leave me and I have to figure it out. I had to make it to school because my mama didn't play about school, so that was one of the things. I'd be like, can you come pick me up? So I had friends that had cars, but I didn't have my car. Yeah, they would save my life because I would be like, I don't know.
Yeah, but it's less bullying. They don't have to go through that anymore.
Yeah.
Plus, I just
Peer
saw
pressure
on the news yesterday that it was some man walked into the school that I just took my daughter out of and was drunk and walking around the school touching on the kids. They had to call the police.
Stop it.
Yes, this was just on.
And then you think that they have all of this actual security measures for your children.
Yeah.
I fear for my child
Me too.
if I actually had to have
I always
a child
worry about
and
the
send
school
them to
shootings
school.
and things like that.
Yes. And then the bullying is real.
Yeah,
That's
it
like
messes
my
with
daughter
your
was
self-confidence and all that. It bothers you. I'm
And
still
then you were
affected
saying
today
that
by
about how
that.
your daughter had peer pressure issues. And
my
stuff.
youngest daughter, she's real sweet, real passive. And she, every Friday, she would just cry because she didn't want to go to after school care because they got out early. And finally, I was like, well, what's going on? Somebody messing with you? And I was just like, girl, just hit them with something. If they hit you, hit them back, But I didn't know how serious it was. And then one particular Friday, like, she just fell out. She was just like, I'm not going. Please, please, please don't take me. And I was like, what's going on? Well, the girl had been bullying her, but she told her, Friday, I'm going to kill you. She told her, I'm going to kill you Friday when we go to the after school care. And she was just like flipping out, like, I'm not going there.
Oh my
And
God.
it just broke my heart that my child was that terrified to go to school.
That is.
And I went in the office and I was just crying and I was just like, I don't know what y'all gonna do, but y'all gonna have to do something.
Right.
And they ended up kicking the girl out of after school care. And then she ended up seeing the girl again because I was going to the YMCA to work out. And the girl lived in our neighborhood.
Oh, wow.
And her mom was in the YMCA. And you know how they have like the little child area, whatever, while you work out. And the girl was in there with her.
Oh, God.
And so I ended up finding out, and I pulled her mom to the side. And, her mom was like upset, but you knew about it because the school already kicked her out of after school care.
Right.
Was she respectful to you, though?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah, the mom
But it was even the principle of it, like, let's sit down as adults and work through this. Why does she want to... What got her to the point that she want to kill my child?
Exactly.
It's something that she going to
do. And they were elementary.
Oh, God.
They were elementary. My daughter was like maybe third grade, second or third grade.
Yeah.
They were young.
These kids be going through things at home and they take it out on the kids at school. So, I mean, homeschool is just... If you're a parent... What do you need? If you are a parent and you struggle with your kids... being bullied at school, or they're just introverts, or sometimes kids school is just not for them, and they probably learn better on their own. I'm not a sponsor for Time for Learning, but I know that Time for Learning is a really great program to put your kids in. It taught my son how to read, and he was in pre-K, and I did not help him with that. He was on the program, and it actually taught him how to read. One day we were just sitting around, and he was just reading everything, and we were tripping out. So it's really a good program. It is really it's an animated, computerized program, and it actually walks through the steps. They can start it over and start it over and start it over until they get it. So
it walks you through A to Z.
It walks you through A to Z.
And when you say that it actually asks you for a little bit of the help, how do it ask you for the help? You'll tell them?
They will tell me. I'm confused on this, so then I have to go in there and kind of help them with that assignment. Okay. Until they get, then I'll tell them to go back and do the study guide, because it'll tell you exactly. Sometimes they rush through. Okay. And the study guide actually walks you through the steps, and once they go back and go through the study guide and review it, they do it. And then you can set a limit. So I have a limit. They can't make below an 80.
Oh,
and if they make below an 80, they got to keep doing it and doing it over and over until they get it right.
Oh, girl.
No C's or D's accepted. Even when they was in school, if they came home with a C or D, that's punishment.
Yeah,
no
absolutely.
C's or D's. Okay. Or especially no F's. F's is a straight punishment.
Oh, yeah.
F's is...
These too. C's was punishment in my house
about
too.
To get for it.
My mom was like that too. We had a very strict upbringing. It was AB honor roll throughout my entire high school year. Yeah. Like I don't think I ever got a C. I feared my mom a lot. Like she could give you like this deadly look that made you. I didn't have to get no whipping. Like. I got whippings from her, but I didn't have to get the whippings. It was the look for me.
The looks for me too.
It definitely tortured me throughout. I'm like, I can't wait to give my children that same look and see if they. I don't know if the new kids will be receptive to this now.
It only works with my husband. That look don't work with me. Until I start taking something away.
Okay.
And that's but they know I'm the serious parent though. My husband is the playful one. I am the serious one. So they know when I say something get ready to get taken away.
And you have such a soft voice. I would think that it would be your husband.
It is. The soft voice doesn't work. It's the taking away.
Okay.
They know when I'm serious. I'm coming. I'm taking away. My husband, he'll take something away and give it right back.
Okay.
When I take it away, it's taken.
It's taken.
So let me tell y'all, the Business Besties is one of the reasons we're Business Besties, because like us, all of us are introverts, and we have all experienced some things growing up. Whether it was in school, dealing with different things. I don't know if y'all ever been bullied in school and been through some things with different people. I know I have.
I was not bullied in school. I was the person who saved people from
I was going to say, you wasn't doing the bullying.
No, but then I am like told that now in my adult life.
Oh, you were bullying.
No, see, don't get it confused.
You was just stern. You meant what you said.
Because okay, I had strict parenting coming up, right? So strict parenting teaches you like structure really early, right? And so culinary school teaches you strict structure as well, because culinary is literally set on a whole brigade system, which is like basically the army. So when it was set up military style. So it teaches you discipline already.
That's
like
not bully. That's just being
stern. And then I look back, and as I'm now doing therapy, as I released, and told you guys last show, she's making me look into a lot of my past to pull out what is troubling me or what is the problem. And so now we're like, you don't need therapy. You might need anger management. And so that's another little course that I might be taking real soon. As I am becoming a little bit older, I'm like, humans, like,
oh my God, yeah.
It's kind of getting a little testy for me.
Yeah.
But I take from that, I've been a leader in a leadership role for 15 years. So maybe
you can be bossy. That's what it is.
That's what it is. And so bossy can be always interpreted
in terms of anger management
and bullying, or somebody feeling like you the term in corporate America, when you say bully.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, everybody wants to prowl in on it. So I think they know the key terms to use. So now I'm just like thin ice, like, okay, well, you do whatever you want at work as a boss. And I don't like that part of, or that role either. What about you, Miss Tiffany?
I was never bullied in school. I've always been an introvert, so I was the one who never had friends.
But the person that don't have friends, it seems like they want to harass you.
Yes.
Were you a cheerleader or anything?
No.
I was a majorette. And
look,
plus,
I'm going to tell you a funny story why I wasn't a cheerleader. Because my mom, she sews, right? So my mom, she want to make everything.
Yes,
my stepmom.
And so when I was going to be a cheerleader, they wanted to sell, they sell corn.
You gotta buy
she was
there.
like,
I can make those.
I can make
my
that.
mama made the girls.
Girl, my police was going out. Everybody else's police was going in.
Oh, Lord.
I was like, I don't even want to do it no more. I don't want to do it because it looked like a poodle skirt. Because the police were going out.
The audacity of how to do that.
Don't even worry about
I'm
it.
like, Mama, just get the $600 to the people.
Get the money
well,
to
y'all
the
had
people.
it made. Y'all didn't go through the doggone bullying. I went through the bullying. I wish I could have been homeschooled. But the whole purpose of this Business Besties is to show people in business how to be. Because I know some of us may not have been bullied, but in business as adults, we may have gone through some type of bullying with these other women in business. It's just really competitive.
And
sometimes
just learning how to network.
And sometimes people don't understand the process of doing that. Because, for women, we've always been the underdog. So it made us be really competitive. Sometimes it be to the point to where it's any means necessary. And so we're not like that. We're business besties. We want to show people how to be a business bestie. And what we're doing today is we're showing you our goals and our dreams and things, our aspirations through food. And so this is what we're doing. And as you can see, Jess has already started.
I am trying to start it.
That is
I wanted
so cute.
to show y'all some like little tricks and stuff like that. Yeah, so like when I'm saying things and what I want to see in my life is just basically softer side of life. I've had to be this stern person, so I'm giving myself flowers now. So I made a little salami.
No.
A salami cup right here, as you can see. You just basically take the brim and you fold it all the way around the rim of it until you create a rose. So I'm giving them some little how-to tricks that they'll be able to learn how to do for themselves when they get back to their homes. Or if they want to do a little nice charcuterie board in the future, you just got to learn and get knowledge everywhere you can from different things. So this is how I'm displaying mine, and I want everybody to literally put theirs together as we're talking and discussing stuff. Let me just give y'all one more insight, as Leilani didn't even tell y'all where we're recording at today. She did announce that she was going to have a content room, and yes, we have relocated ourselves this year. We are now in the content room. She made this flourish last year, end of the year, and she said we would be in her content room in January.
Content
manifestation.
And yes, this is how crazy manifestation can be for you, because this young lady did say that at the end of the year, around November to be specific. And literally she said, we'll be recording in January. And here it is. January the 18th. And we're in this establishment recording with her.
Cool. I can't take all the credit. Shout out to my husband.
Yes.
We actually put in some work doing this. We came in here and did it ourselves. So it was rough. We was like, we're not spending all that money hiring people to do this. We're going to do it ourselves. So.
Well, I mean,
y'all
did. And they did an amazing job.
Thank y'all.
Let's start building, ladies.
Let's build.
Because I want to hear your storyline about what all your vegetables represent, everything for you in the future. So.
I'm already jealous.
Why?
Because you got the...
So this is why I told them earlier. I was trying to show y'all the reason why I said I'm giving myself more flowers this year, right? Mm-hmm. So in my thing, I've always done where I water people, and I'm always constantly watering. I think really restaurant industry is servicing and giving to people. It's the outpour of me to people. But what am I doing for myself? So I was just, this is a flower I created.
That's beautiful.
And what all you have to do, ladies, like you're going to just take it, you place it at the end of the brim. So you have these actual portion cups that I bought for you. You can take a wine glass. You could take a regular cup. Just depends on how big you want them to grow. Mm-hmm. So I take this one, and you just literally take your meat
around it
and go around it until you feel it's full enough of a flower for you. Mm-hmm. So this could be somebody's that I've already started.
Perfect.
Just start y'all little mission. I'm getting some of this Canadian bacon, as that is going to represent, like I just said, my travel aspect of life. I'm really ready to travel. I'm going to, next month is my birthday, February the 12th.
A day before my son. Hey,
yes,
February 13th.
I'm literally leaving.
Valentine's Day, baby.
Yes,
almost.
I am a love baby. I'm basically full of a lot of love to give too. Team single this year, starting all over in that aspect. Left a 22-year relationship. So
oh wow!
There's a lot of things going on.
Was that hard?
It was hard. And my therapist even said, like, right now we are not friendship realm as of yet. And I was shocked about that. I'm like, oh, I can't be his friend. We're like still good friends. And she was like, no, heal first. And so I'm starting the heal project. Yes, because that is important. When you want to get into the next relationship, you need to be healthy, healed, and not blaming them for anything, that you may have endured at the previous relationship. So it was just that for me.
Well, I'm proud of you for stepping out and doing what's best for you.
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't know when to do that.
No. And that could be a complication, like with everything around you. You don't know how to literally take an aspect and notice it's going to get bad for you. Or it's getting bad. Or just not noticing when somebody is not truly, genuinely there for you any longer.
Yeah, I just knew we was going to be going on double dates.
Well, we still are. Like, there's not friends. Look,
you ain't dead yet, huh?
No, I'm still here. I went on me another date, like I just told y'all.
I'm sorry. I feel funny reaching over everybody.
Don't feel that. We're a family. We're besties, so we can do that. We literally, y'all are going to see when you look at episode 1 compared to episode, what is this, 5 for us now?
Yeah, we've come a long way.
We have come a long way. I think our last recording when we did wine and cheese for Miss Tiffany's showing what she did for what she's about, how she's out here. I think that actually created that because it was so impromptu. The person that we had didn't even want to record that day.
Yeah,
so it made us have to do something. We usually brainstorm,
meet
up with each other.
But that was the best one because we just went and freestyled and was our genuine
self. Genuine self. The wine had kicked in, so it had us feeling real good and talking just like we are about to start talking when we get this rich bitch juice in us.
Yeah, rich.
Yes, we're doing it this year. We just, I'm putting a lot of green on this board today as I want to abundance.
Let me put some more green. I forgot about that money.
That abundance of wealth this year.
Money.
And that's going to happen for us. I feel it.
Amen. I receive it. Amen.
I told one of the young ladies at my job that I was going to just start first of the year receiving a lot of people calling and booking me for my catering service. And literally I start the year off and I'm literally 18 days in, and I have already booked 10 caterings, and then Lay calls and say, we need you to
cater this event. We're doing a launch party.
And I'm like, oh wow, okay. And she was like, we're gonna put our coins back into our businesses, and I'm just like, wow. So I literally, my best friend was eating a plate of food, and some guy stopped over and was just networking with him and bringing him some product. And he was like, damn, that smelled good. He was like, what you eating on? He was like, oh, my best friend has a restaurant downtown. You should go check it out. Do you know this man called and was like, I smelled the food.
Oh, wow.
I need you to cook on Sunday, so I got a catering tomorrow.
Yes.
And I'm like, off of the smell of the food.
I was going to say, didn't even taste it. Off of the smell.
Yes. And I was just like, now that's a blessing right there. So I had to call my best friend, like, good looking. He was like, always. So it's just like, being able to support people and letting them prosper and grow, taking that hate out, stop looking at that, and looking more into how can you be beneficial to people this year. As far as we doing with the business besties, we got Lay just shared some actual stuff for in our inboxes for how to dispute aggressively, and it's a thing. I've seen that have y'all seen they did not started approving some of the people for loan forgiveness for financial aid, student loans?
Oh no.
No,
So you
I
might
need to know that.
Yeah, you might receive an email. My friend was just forgiven for best friend was just forgiven for $1,000.
Oh wow.
This year. She said she thought it was a scam at first when it came in, but it's been announced on the news that they're just like emailing certain people and letting them know.
I wish I need that email.
All right, I prayed for mine too, because I'm like, although they're saying you have to have over $10,000 or more, and I
got way over.
I
that.
paid it down. It was $50,000. I paid it down to $9,000. But golly, come on, help the people who, did do their part. That's where I'm at with it now. So I'm just like,
some people go to school and have no intentions on paying.
Facts.
Like my child.
No comment.
She asked me, she said, "Oh, you supposed to pay that back?" Yes, ma'am.
So you think you're going to school for free, ma'am?
Yeah.
I deferred.
Oh, you deferred?
But you know what? I don't know. That's why I need to figure out some more things about credit, because last year, because I got my master's degree, so I have like $130,000 in school loans. So
okay.
I checked my credit and it was completely wiped off. They had closed everything. So for a whole year, there was no longer on my credit. I was like, thank you, Biden, or whatever.
Whoever.
But then a year later, it was back on there by another company.
Oh, because they bought it out.
So it was off for a whole year, $130,000 worth of credit, school loans, and then they put it back. I'm like, that's not right. They shouldn't play with me like that. Had me thinking I was forgiven.
Facts.
Because when they sell it, the 7 years start over.
All over again.
So not right.
So
not right. So I defer it.
I'm over here getting some little live shots, ladies. Don't mind me of y'all little boards.
People, this charcuterie board thing could also become a business.
It could.
If you wanted to start your charcuterie board business and inspire people, this could also be a cool business to start. I was researching that. What do you think about it, Jess? Because I know that you're into being
You do a lot of creative things, like even just with that little setup that you had showed off of Facebook and stuff like that. This would have been that little setup that you had seen off of the shopping, the little table. We could have had all of that with refrigeration. This could be like a charcuterie build-up. Like you just come to the lady and tell them what all you want. And they could have had them in each of those little sections, and you just build it up for them and give them their board. That would have been something creative to even have. Or, it's a business. This is a business. This is like the new trendy thing to do.
Custom boards for special occasions.
Corporate. Walmart has the heart-shaped ones for $5 boards.
Oh, wow.
So I already can imagine like a lot of people are going to be getting chocolate-dipped strawberries on the hearts. With some nice cheese and crackers, and giving them a bottle of a wine to go with it. Baby, I'm over here smacking and gulping.
So I had a lot of things on my board to show y'all, but I couldn't stop eating it because I was saving my appetite. I'm not going to even lie to y'all. So I had a lot of green, and that was for bringing in the money.
Okay.
Financial gains and wealth.
Mm-hmm.
So I still have a little more green on here. I have the sweets, you know what I mean? Because I want a sweet life. I don't want it to be too hard, but I know life is hard. But it's time to be a little more sweeter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not so hard, you know.
That softer side.
Softer side of life, you know. I have watermelon. This is also for, what did we say watermelon was for?
It could be a sweet life as well as what you wanted to represent.
Yeah, it's also the sweet life. And then this whole thing is for my family. Family success with everybody. My kids building their businesses. I'm trying to start them building their business.
I see the tree. The
broccoli family tree. Yeah. Then my husband. Just everybody. We're all building our family together for us all to be successful. Mm-hmm. Along with my business besties. They're part of my family now. So it's just I'm just praying and wanting for success for us all.
Okay.
So that is the goal.
What you got over here, Miss Tiffany? Let's see, you got you a little vegetable fruit bowl.
I do. So this is me, my life.
Okay.
And I want a little variety because I wear a couple of different hats.
Yes.
You know, I have the travel business. I do the events. I'm starting new businesses. So the green represents the money, the success for each business.
Okay.
I only got a few crackers because life does get hard, so I put some hard on here, but I'm not too hard. That's why I only got 3.
Right. Mm-hmm.
The Canadian bacon, like you said, I like what you said. It represents travel, and then I got more green for money, yes, and then sweet because I want the sweet life as well.
Yes. Right. So I think we all envision that we want a softer / sweet, sweet side of life. Mm-hmm. So for me, I did the rose because I said that I want to water myself more. This is my selfish year for myself. If I'm always for everybody else, but not reflecting and providing and watering for myself, then I can't keep nourishing everything around me.
That's right.
So for me, it was just to give myself a flower. I have a hint of abundance, as you can see all on here, because I prayed on my board for abundance of increase this year.
Amen.
And that's for everything around me. I want everybody who's even surrounded by me I'm praying for the increase for all of us as a whole. So I feel like the little saying that says, whenever he's in the neighborhood giving out blessings, those blessings can be bestowed on you as well, because he blesses everybody that's in your circle. Amen. Right? Mm-hmm. So that means that it'll flow out to the besties, it'll flow out to my family, whomever. I got my watermelon because watermelons have seeds, and so I'm planting seeds this year. So for me, it represents also the sweeter things of life, but the seeds that I'm planting this year for myself. And then I got some cheese, because you know what cheese represents, that guap, that cheddar. You know, that cheddar. And I literally was consuming cheddar, right? And then I got some blackberries, because the blacker the berry,
the sweeter the juice.
All right. So the juice is that everlasting flow for me, you know. So we got the rich bitch juice, as you can see. So we're speaking a lot of things that we're going to have enriched this year, right? And then I have a honeydew melon. So that is my softer side of life for myself. Because it's honey, it's sweet, it's soft. It's, honey is a good representation. It's a healer. So just taking those concepts. Do y'all know that if you consume honey a day, you could actually keep allergies, mucus, all of those things from formulating in your body?
I knew it was like a natural antibiotic or something like that.
You know why so?
No.
Because of bees. When they're doing pollen and cultivating,
right,
they're putting all of those allergies
into it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So we just take a spoon of honey. Oh wow.
Spoon of honey.
Is it organic? Does it have to be organic?
So a lot of people say what you should do is, like, we're in Texas, look for local honeys, because it has more of the allergies that they're consuming from the air. It will basically have that in the region. So if you suffer with allergies,
I do.
then you might want to consume a local Texas honey because they would be able to, instead of you going to Florida and consuming their honey. You get what I'm saying? The climate is different.
That's true.
So you're doing that kind of stuff with it. My ex-boyfriend of 22 years used to harvest and play with honeycombs. Like he was out in
with
the
the
field.
bees?
Yes.
Oh, God.
He grew them, everything. That was like something he was super interested in. Got stung in the face. Had an eye.
Whoa.
I was like, oh my God, who beat you up? He was like, I got stung by a bee today. And I'm like, oh, okay. Okay.
Gosh.
Interesting.
Right. And
That is
but
very
that is
interesting.
really, just imagine he's a black man doing it. You know,
Yeah, that's odd.
You don't really see black men harvesting honey, so it was kind of rare
Never
to see
seen
that.
Black people, period.
Period. Right. And when we harvest honey on the top of our building at the cafe. The person who comes to harvest it is a black woman.
Oh, wow.
I thought that was so beautiful to see her. I was like so astonished by her. She was over there catching the bees with her hands, and I'm like, yeah, she's doing it. I can do it.
Oh, no.
I done caught a bee with the glove on, and I'm like,
No.
okay, get it out of my hand. I literally have a bee in my
Oh,
hand.
no. I'd watch. I'm not catching
Nah,
it.
I'm an extremist at sometimes. I
Will
told you.
you jump out of a plane?
I did that.
Oh.
I told you. I
Oh.
bungee jumped twice. Screamed the first time. The second time, it was just like, okay, I've done it. So it was more relaxing to do.
Not me. Can you pass me a little of that success water? I'm
I
feeling
sure
successful right now with all this success talk we're talking over here.
All right. I'm going to get some ranch and dip me a couple of little vegetables in. Y'all,
See,
this
mine is
good.
almost gone over here.
I see. You done tore it up. I'm like,
I done
I
went
need to
in.
catch up. I've been talking too much.
I have gone in. Oh, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. So, what else is going on? What else can they expect from us as far as manifesting for this year? More upcoming events from us.
Yeah, so I know we spoke about it already, but I am doing my husband and I are doing a launch party for this location here. The creators, content creators lounge is what we call it. We're going to do a little launch, but it's just going to be for a small group of people. It's not really open to the public per se, so we're only inviting like 30 to 40 people, but you'll get a chance to see a lot of pictures that we'll post online. You'll get a chance to see that. Plus, you know, like we were saying earlier, we're going to be going into seeing little real estate properties. I would like to host some events at some of these mansions. That's one of the goals, to try to get into these mansions and host like some little luxury open houses.
We should do a mansion party.
That's
A social mansion party.
basically, but wow. So the goal is to help sell these houses, you know, because you know they have these empty mansions, or sometimes they're furnished.
Okay.
And to host an open house, but like a cocktail open house, so
Yes.
people could come in,
Maybe bid on the house.
have some catering. They
So
get
can
a-
people rent those for like parties?
now that I don't know. Probably
Okay.
it's possible. We would have to connect with the owner
With the
to
owner.
see if they're okay with it, because they're
Right.
trying to sell it. But you never know. But doing an open house, kind of like cocktail party, because we do open houses all the time.
Right.
You know, with regular properties, where on Saturdays or Sundays we just host open house for a couple of hours. You can have drinks, you can have food. People coming in, looking at the house, you know, signing a little sign-in sheet, or doing an online sign-in sheet. They walk around, grab them some wine, and just walk around checking out the
Checking out the
property
house.
and networking with other people that's there. So basically that's the same thing. It's kind of like doing an event, but it's just an open house event.
Okay.
So we're doing it at a luxury spot.
Don't forget to include me in there, girl. I can do a little catering for
Well,
you.
you, of course, I wouldn't hire any other caterer.
Absolutely.
You know, business bestie.
Yes.
So that's that's a couple of the things, and then of course don't forget about Leilani's Couch 10 Minutes of Motivation podcast. You can find that on Spotify. You can find a couple of episodes on YouTube. But that's also my podcast. It's just about books. I talk about motivating books, and it's just 10 minutes. Why? It's basically motivating others while I motivate myself, because sometimes we always need motivation ourselves. So I'm pushing others while I'm pushing myself. So it's always about a particular book on inspiration or some type of business book and how you apply those steps. So if you read the book with me, or you see listen to the podcast, and you hear that this book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, that's one of the books that matter of fact, I think I have that book here, How to Win Friends and Influence people. So you read that book, and then I'll talk about it on the podcast, and then I'll explain how I applied some of the steps that I read in the book and how it inspired me and how it helped me by applying some of the things, and you could do the same thing. So if you check out the podcast, Leilani's Couch, 10 Minutes of Motivation, I'm going to be back doing that because I kind of took a break last year trying to figure out myself, but it's back. Business Besties, and passing it on over.
All
What
right.
you got planned for this year?
Ooh. So what I have planned, one, I plan to expand my travel business.
Okay.
Just talking to one of my other friends, we actually connected at my event in Atlanta, and she does events as well.
Okay.
Just to show you collaboration over competition. You know,
Amen.
she walked up to me and she was like, "Oh, hey, I do events. Let's do something." And instead of me saying, "Oh, well, you do events, I do events. Why would I want to do something with you?" I'm like, "Okay." So we've kind of been friends ever since, and she gave me a couple of ideas on how to expand my travel business to corporation. So
And that's really
just-
big.
Yes, just create, because you know a lot of businesses do like corporate retreats
Yes.
and things like that. And she even gave me the idea of how to pitch it to schools for like senior trips and stuff
Oh,
like that.
wow.
So just making it look a little more professional, because
Polished,
right now,
well polished.
yes, right now I work with like a lot of DJs and influencers and stuff. They just want to go and party, but
Right.
I want to,
Party, yeah.
yes, I want to tap into the other side
Oh, wow.
and kind of expand, you know, to like corporate businesses, schools, and stuff like that. So that's what I'm working on
Well,
now.
when you get that proposal ready, get that to me because I can actually pitch that to our corporate
Yes,
organization.
ma'am.
And what we do is every year we have to travel to different parts where we have our cafe. So
Oh, see,
if I put
Business
you
Besties.
right, that can put you right there. So now you, and it's not just 30 people. This is like 200 chefs.
Oh yes,
Traveling,
Absolutely.
you gotta help us to get the event together, arrange our stay. So it's a lot. Our transportation, it's a lot. So that could be like, from a corporate aspect,
major, exactly.
them checks be big, friend.
Checks be big, let me tell you.
Collaboration
And then-
over competition.
Yes, and then speaking of events, I'm also expanding into doing events, because I remember I told you I was taking a draping class. So
Oh,
that
yes.
is, I think it's next weekend. I'm taking a draping class. So I kind of want to expand to that. I realized in doing my event that I actually like doing events.
Okay.
And it's stressful, you know, when you're doing
As far
it.
as event planner or just like hosting the event?
No,
Which
like
one?
the planner behind the scenes.
Wow.
Putting
For
everything
others
together.
or for yourself?
For others. I'd rather do it for others.
Really?
Yes.
That's gonna be fun.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes, because the thing with others is I'm working with their budget.
Right.
Instead of me
Oh.
being stressed out about, okay, well, we got to come up with money for this. We got to come up with money for that. We got to do this. You know, we got to get in sponsors. So
Okay.
it's easier for me to do it for other people.
Because they already got everything. You just put it all
Yes, I'm
together.
just putting it all
And make it
together.
look
just
good.
picking the ideas and saying, okay, well, this is what you
Yes.
say. You want a night in New York. We can
Yep.
get the
Basically
bridge back
just
here.
Getting their ideas outside of their head, you know, to me, and then just bringing it to life.
Oh my gosh, I'm
That's
so
cool.
excited for that for you. I can't wait because
So
me and you will then go together because event planners
Exactly.
always need caterers.
And
Exactly.
we and my husband and I have the company, The Network, and that is for exclusive events. But that's us doing our own events. So I would definitely need an event planner and
Yeah.
caterer. So that would definitely help, because I don't like doing. I like to come up with cool ideas and just put it to have the event. But as
Right.
far as like all the ins and outs
All
and
the
all
back
that
end.
stuff, yeah.
The
So I
bells
would
and
love.
whistles of it.
So hey,
You get lost in it.
it
See,
works.
when you're planning, it's stressful, but it's the event part that makes me, I'm like, man, it was all worth it. You know,
Yes,
because it
when you
looks so
see the
good at
responses.
Yes, yes.
So I'm always like that. Like I'll sell out the food, I'll take the pictures and I'll send it. And I'm like so anal when it comes to it. I can see the bossy side of me. I even like
Me
with
too.
the I have a customer texting me right now, and she was like, "Baby, you nailed it." But I was like, "And don't post your pictures. Post my pictures that I sent you of the plate and content." And she was like, "No, chef. Like I didn't know if I could give out your number, but you had like 9 people at my party who want to book you for
Oh, wow.
opportunities all within this year." And I'm like, "Girl, send a blast out right now." Like,
That's a
one of my customers came in and he was like, "Chef, you need to go on a vacation. You just been working all this time. Every time I see you, you're like a go-getter. But he was like, when do you slow down? I was like, slow down when I'm in that grave, in that casket, and I'm really resting.
Yeah,
okay?
What's
Like,
that? What's slow down?
What is slow down?
right. Like, for me right now, I can't slow down. I have a father with Alzheimer's, and I have a 75-year-old mother that I'm like, want them to sit down and have a sweet life too. They done hustled and got me to where I'm at. So it's like, now I'm like, want to be the present to them now. Like, chill. I got you. So I can't slow down. So I'm like, girl, send that all out to everybody right now. Send it, put it on Facebook too. This is a corporate number. This is not a personal number. It has been my number for like 30 years. But the number is literally, anybody who knew me in middle school probably can call this number right now and be like,
you been having it that long?
Yes.
Me too. My number has been the same for over 20 years.
And they say don't do that, because I'm really going to just, what I plan to do is get a new number.
And make that your business line.
No, make that my personal line and let this be the business line.
That's what I mean, because it's been the one. That's the same thing. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
For 20 years, you know, everybody my kids know my number. My whole family know my number by heart. Because, you know, most times you don't know anybody's number by heart.
That's scary. Emergency.
So, but since my number's been the same for over 20 years, people know my number that's been in my family or friends. They can always say, I know Leilani, let me call her.
I had somebody that put Jessica in my messages one day in a question mark. And I was like, yes, with the little eyes. And they was like, you still have this number, girl? I was like, yes. How may I help you? And I was like, I'm seeing you posting these food pics and just thought I'd text and say I needed you for something. But it was crazy that I still had your number. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to keep this number. Like, everybody knows it so they can reach me at any kind of given time. My mom was stopped on the side of the road maybe about 2 weeks ago. And she was like, I didn't remember nobody's number because I was just so frustrated.
But you know yours. That's mine. Everybody knows my number. My mama knows she can call me because she know my number by heart.
Yes. That's crazy. How long you had yours? Or do you, since you have a lot of different businesses, you didn't have to?
But this is a newer number. My old number I had forever. And then I just got this number in 2020.
Okay, so that's good. That's 4 years of
I'm about to change it again because
oh gosh,
look, we're on a family plan, right?
Okay.
My mom, my daughter, and myself.
Okay.
I am tired of getting these things on Medicare calls. My mom is the head person on the thing.
So they're calling all of you guys to get to her? Shut up. No.
I'm like, look.
I am not. Don't be putting me in that age, real.
That is hilarious.
I'd probably be like that too, like the audacity of you to call me.
I'm so tired. They start like at 7 in the morning. I'm like, is this even legal for you to call me this early?
Girl, I had a bill collector call. I'm thinking it had a 713 number, so I'm like, okay, it got a local number.
They getting smart.
And then they called at 9:30.
That's way too early.
No, 9:30 at night, friend.
Oh, what?
Girl,
yeah, that's illegal.
Yeah, I was kind of confused by it. I say, wait a minute.
They supposed to stop at, I think, 9.
That might have been a scam.
No, it was Julie. She had my information and everything. That was legit. Like,
I know. It was.
Yeah, you didn't pay this bill. I'm like, oh,
and you
shit,
like,
okay.
well, you about to pay it because this is illegal. It's 9:30.
No, and I told her, I said, you are lucky. I said, I really didn't know who the number was, but people who call after 7 usually get cursed out, friend. So I was like, go ahead and collect this little student loan money real quick. But that's called is late no more.
That is crazy.
9:30, I kid you not. I was over there like, oh, y'all calling a little too late.
Yeah, you getting bold.
The success water is good.
Is it? Did it infuse yet? Or can you taste the lemon and cucumber in it?
I do.
So, you know, the success water is a diuretic water, y'all.
Okay.
It's good for your intestines, your internal system. Cucumbers are very good for your intestines. Any seeded.
Those cucumbers taste a little different. You had them. Did you season them or something? They just taste like
they're fresh from the garden.
Oh,
you know, there's a garden on the side of my cafe.
I was wondering. I'm like,
I always post our little vegetables that are growing as they plant new vegetables. We have mustard greens, kale, spinach, a cinnamon kale, and they had a blended mustard green, which they put the mustard green, the collard green, and I think a kale seed together and made like a blended green. And I actually cooked them maybe a week ago, they pulled them all out the garden for me as they, they'll pull and collect the stuff for us and bring it back into the restaurant. I cooked the reggae green with them.
Oh, wow.
What
is that?
Reggae greens have cabbage blend, the mustard green, and carrots, and it was tossed in like some like some jerk seasonings. So it was really good. We got a lot of great reviews about it. So I was like, okay, I might have to put the reggae greens on my menu for for this year. So that might be something I'm releasing with my jerk lamb chops and stuff like that. I'm trying to, venture off into different cultures, but I do know like where I should harvest and stay in is literally into the Creole, soul food, Cajun, and Asian cuisines, because I studied those for a long time. Asian food is my favorite food. And so
I like shrimp fried rice.
Really, that's it?
I'm sorry. I like the beef and broccoli too.
So I won't do beef and broccoli. I have to do identifiable foods that I can identify. So like the chicken or the shrimp.
Because you don't know what that meat is.
So guys, now that we done wrapped up our dreams to realities on our dream platters for 2024, we want to say thank you for tuning in, watching us, being social with us, and gravitating to us. And tune in because we got some great things coming this year. I'm going to give it on to, again, my name is Chef Jessica. You can look me up on Instagram at Jae Cuisines, or email me personally if you are interested in any kind of catering at jaescuisines@gmail.com. Lay?
Okay. I am Leilani. You can find my real estate business. You can go to LeilaniRealtor.com, or you can go to HomeLivingSolution.com. And my Instagram for the real estate is Leilani Realtor. My website is Leilani Realtor. I think I said that, LeilaniRealtor.com. Boss Women Network is BossWomenNetwork.com. I think in Business Besties, you can find Business Besties Podcast on Instagram. So that's Business Besties, the number 2, because somebody else had a Business Besties. So that's not us. So if you see Business_Besties on Instagram, that is us. You can also find it on YouTube. We'll be putting out episodes soon, so stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned. So I am Tiffany Michelle. I am the visionary and host of the Women in Wine Empowerment Weekend.
The original
one. Make sure you tune in. We're going to have some things happening. I'm still kind of going back and forth if I'm going to have it this year. I think I am. This morning I woke up and I was just like,
yeah, it's
going to be smaller though.
It's intimate and personal this year.
I'm trying to just brainstorm on what I'm going to do. And I also have Tosh Travel Events. So if you have any type of group vacation, group family reunion, corporate events, all of that, hit me up. Tosh Travel Events on Instagram. CEO Tiffany Michelle on Instagram is my personal page. And then just Tiffany Michelle on Facebook is my personal page as well.
And definitely tune in, because when Miss Tiffany, spring break's coming up, summer's coming up, you can go ahead and start booking those trips in advance while they're low, guys.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Looking at houses, because we heard that this year that we're supposed to get a little break on these expensive homes. So maybe Lay can put y'all in finally a nice dream home. She might be putting me in one real soon.
Amen. We claim it.
But yeah, like, just tune in. We got a lot of great things coming for you guys 2024. We want to literally be your bestie this year.
We want to be your bestie. Hopefully you enjoyed the charcuterie board, vision board, and hope we inspired you today with your goals and everything that you'd like to achieve, because we're inspired. We're going to be working hard for 2024.
Absolutely.
And we're going to be showing you through our steps and our journey our path.
Yes. So, bye. Business Besties. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Release coming soon.